Hi, my name is Jean and this is my channel, Learn with Jean. In today's video, I'm going to talk about something that I see very common amongst many creators and entrepreneurs trying to build their online business. And that relates to perfection. And so I will be the first to admit that I definitely struggle with this, and I have struggled with it, and I still struggle with it, and I'm learning to wrangle and untangle and unlearn some of these perfection habits and tendencies. So the one thing that is keeping most creators stuck from growing their online business and putting out new products or putting out new ideas is this idea of perfection. And so a lot of it really relates to this need to surrender control, needing to have everything perfect, neat, and lined up before it's ready to go out there and be tested. And the one thing I really emphasize is this idea and metaphor that maybe we've heard before, done over perfect. The reality is, in this kind of business, we're always growing, we're always testing, we're always learning. And so in that process, we're never really fully going to have a perfectly fleshed product. I make the analogy that done over perfect is similar to the way most startups work. When most startups are in their early stages trying to build, trying to test, trying to get their first product out there, there's a lot of iteration that is happening. And so because they're always iterating, and the same thing is in your business and in my business, and we're always iterating, the best thing to do is just to put whatever you want to do out there to your list and to say, put it out there on social media, go and post that messy video to just show people that you actually have something out there rather than nothing. Because what usually happens is the longer that we prolong and delay because it's not perfect, it's not ready, we're never really going to allow ourselves to grow because we're always holding ourselves back, waiting for those final touches, waiting for those final tweaks. And it's never going to be perfect because in business, there's really not a linear process. It's always cyclical. There's a lot of testing. And so if you can get comfortable with loosening the reins of control, and that is me too. For years, I was like micromanaging, holding so tightly to everything that I just couldn't let myself just sit and be okay with letting things be imperfect, letting things be messy, and just putting a video out there that's not quite fully edited the way that I want to be, but at least it's out there and I have something out there. And if I keep editing, if I keep tweaking, I'm never going to really put it out there because I'm always going to want to make changes. The first thing I would suggest is, one, examining where you are holding control really tightly in your business and in your life. I will say, having worked in New York City for so long and always being on a tight schedule, it really took me a while to unlearn some of those patterns and habits. I was so used to being on a schedule, like I had to wake up at 7, I had to eat breakfast by 7:15, I had to get ready and pack all my bags and head out by 7:45 to 7:50. 7:50 was really pushing it because it would take me some time to walk down the stairs to the first floor to I had a very tight schedule and I stuck to this minute by minute schedule, and I had to catch an 8:02, get into work exactly at 9 a.m. And so years and years of those habits really held me back a lot in business because I couldn't let go of the fact that I had to do something every single minute of my day. And that perfection of needing to control and holding things so tightly held me back from really doing what I really wanted to and serving the kind of people that I wanted to serve in business. My really first step goes back to, one, examining where you hold tightly in your business. Examine where your patterns of control are and where you can loosen control and loosen some of those tendencies of control and have more fun, have more ease, have more joy, have more flow. And it sounds a little bit cheesy, but it really means going with the flow and having fun, like letting the unexpected be possible, because you never know what happens when you're open to possibilities of what your day could look like if you don't always have something scheduled. And so that's what I love about this entrepreneur life, is it gives me a lot of flexibility and freedom to design my time, design my life. Tip number 2 is really accepting imperfection in your business. And that goes with me too. In my business, it's very fluid, it's very evolving, and so it is never the way I would want it to be in an idealized world. But I know that and I can accept that I'm always working towards some goal in my business, and it helps me accept and have peace with where I'm at, knowing that I'm on a journey. And so some journeys take longer than others, but it's okay because it's not a sprint, it is a very long marathon. And marathons and how we run marathons can be very challenging. It can be fun. We can think about when we're running marathons, the first mile is like really good, and then we really have to like work to keep ourselves even keeled and steady as we reach mile 2, mile 10, mile 11, and then to the finish line at mile 26. And so we can envision and accept that the marathon is a really long 26-mile run that really is testing our strength and patience, and accept that some parts of the marathon we're going to run really fast, we're going to make our time, and some parts of the marathon we're going to be a little bit slower, but we'll end up catching up and picking up our pace towards the end. I think the journey of accepting done over perfect is better and much easier to grapple with. And then my last tip is, if you're struggling to put your first video on social media or put out your first post on LinkedIn, just know that when you just do it and don't even think about it, it becomes easier. Because the way we as human beings are, our minds are so overactive. And so when our minds are racing and our thoughts are flowing and they're just chattering away, as I like to say, it can stop us from putting ourselves out there, putting the new video, putting out the new potential product idea that we want to develop. Remember, the more you just throw things out there, even if it looks messy, say, okay, I'm just gonna let it be. My goal really is to help all of you succeed in this creator online space, because it is really challenging and I see it so often, and my greatest joy is to be able to serve and to help others make an impact online, and to teach and to bring the knowledge out there, because knowledge really makes a difference, and knowledge combined with action really equals results. I know all of us want to see the results in others that our work and our knowledge and what we bring can add to the table. So thank you for watching, and let me know how I can help you. And remember, just done over perfect. Put yourself out there, put the post out there, and just keep practicing. The more we practice, the more it gets easier, and the more we just learn to not give too much weight and too much care to the way things look or the way things may seem. So I will talk to you soon.